of you dying. You know we've got to find a way to bring some loving here today. Father, Father, we don't need to escalate. War's not the answer, for only love can conquer hate. You know we've got to find a way to bring some loving. Oh, yeah, yeah. Take it light, take it sight. Punish me with brutality. Talk to me, honey, so you can see what's going on. What's going on? Hey, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. Ooh, come on here. Three, four. Mother, mother, there's too many of you crying. Brother, 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 there's far too many of you dying. You know we've got to find a way to bring some loving here today. Father, Father, we don't need to escalate. Oh, it's not the answer, for only love can conquer. You know we've got to find a way to bring some loving. Oh, yeah, yeah. Take it light, take it sight. Punish me with brutality. Talk to me, honey, so you can see what's going on. What's going on? Hey, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. Ooh, come on here.
Doesn't apologize to every Latino, to every Mexican, to every woman, to every veteran, and to any person that he has insulted.
His remarks coming the very same day that Donald Trump was in Washington, D.C., opening his new hotel.
I'm also honored to have a chance to thank the incredible team of people who brought our vision for Washington's historic old post office to life.
Can you raise your right hand?
Yes.
Trump was deposed in June in a similar lawsuit with Andres' business partner, restaurateur Jeffrey Zakarian.
I get a lot of bad publicity because of the way they handled it. They grandstanded. I think we were hurt by the way they did it.
Trump's lawyers tried unsuccessfully to limit questioning of Trump in this deposition to 2 hours, arguing in court filings that he's the president-elect. It is not an overstatement that he is extremely busy handling matters of very significant public importance. But Judge Jennifer DeToro ruled that a limit on Trump's deposition could be unfair to the chef's legal team as it prepares for trial. Andres, for his part, has suggested that he'd like to settle the fight out of court, tweeting this week, Mr. @Real Donald Trump, can we end our lawsuits and we donate money to a veterans NGO to celebrate? Why keep litigating? Let's both of us win.
I don't want to settle cases when we're right. I don't believe in it. And when you start settling cases, you know what happens? Everybody sues you.
Besides the Andres case, there are dozens of other pending lawsuits against Trump, from one involving a Republican consultant who claims tweets from Trump calling her a real dummy ruined her reputation, to one from protesters claiming a security team assaulted them at Trump Tower last year. But the most discussed? Trump University.
America, my people.
98% approval.
You guys are very, very cuckoo. Every little thing, everybody's go and sue. They punch you in the face, they turn around and sue you. They slap you on the job or on the cheek, they turn around and sue you. They punch you in the nose, they turn around and sue you. You kick them in the balls, they turn around and sue you. You punch them in their face or their faces, they turn around and sue you. They sue for every single thing. If everybody stopped their suing business, nobody would be able to sue nobody. Even if you look at somebody so hard, they turn around and sue you. If you smile with a guy, he turn around and sue you for sexual harassment. If you smile with a lady, she sue you for sexual harassment. You cannot even touch anybody no more like we used to do in Africa. We would just touch the person's shoulder, or we hold each other hands and walking down the street, or if the person not looking and you want to get their attention, you tap them on the shoulder in a very nice and polite way. You even do that in America. They will turn around and sue you. They sue for everything. That's why every one of them keep getting rich. The rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Because they sue for every single thing. You hear me? Even if you say good morning, how are you today? They sue you. They're gonna say you said good morning, but you didn't say it in a nice way. That is why the country is like that. And I said it. And I said so many other things in some of my videos. The country make everybody afraid of everybody. Everybody is scared of everybody. Nobody even want to come close to nobody. Nobody want to give nobody hug and kisses anymore. Everybody just so scared because they don't know if they hug you, you might sue them. If they give you a little nice friendly kiss, even on your cheek, you might turn around and sue them. If they give you a nice handshake for doing a nice job just to compliment you, you turn around and sue them. Jeez, what kind of country is that? Everybody just acting like animals. Everybody make everybody afraid of them. They just sue for everything. Hallelujah. I know we all struggling for money, but golly, ain't no way people gotta be suing like that. Jesus Christ, have mercy. Have mercy on us. We all need money. We all struggling for money. But people just sue for every single thing nowadays. Most especially in America. I don't see that here in Canada. People hit their friend vehicle or hit their friend car. All they do sometimes, or most of the time, what they do, they get up very nicely, very politely, and they say, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't see you, I didn't mean to hit your car. And to my surprise, the people will laugh and smile and shake hands and say, that's okay, that's fine. Do you need a cup of coffee? That's fine, don't worry about it. And they will get in their car, or if the person needs a cup of coffee, they will walk in the store. Let's say if it happened in front of a store or a gas station, they will walk in together and they will buy a cup of coffee and they're gonna say cheers, have a nice day. I have not seen that for so long. So when I came to Canada and I see something like that, I just stand and I just be staring at the people like I have never seen human being before. Because it's like I'm in a different world. I've been to the bar or to the nightclubs or to the restaurant, and I see people get into a fight. I am not joking. Seriously. They get into serious fight. Punch each other nose and faces out like the old days way of fighting. Nobody do not take any gun and shoot nobody. They will fight and they will beat their friends up. They will bloody their friends' nose up. Eyeballs be popping everywhere. They will get up and shake hands and they hug each other and they go on by their business. And I just be standing and looking. Some days I take video when they're doing that because I don't want people to say, oh, she lying. I take that video when they're doing stuff like that just to prove I'm not lying. I'm like, oh my God, I have not seen this in America for so long. This is what people call love. You punch your friend, you slap your friend, whatever you do or whatever you do, when it's over, it's over. You guys move on. I haven't seen that in America so long, so when I see something like that, like I said, I haven't seen that in America for such a long time. So when I see something like that, I just be in a different world. It be so unbelievable. I'm like, is this for real? No, this cannot be for real. I have to take up my phone. I have to record this because this cannot be for real. Then I take up my phone and I record it. And I have so many of those recording or videos that people got into serious fight and there was no gun involved, there was no knife involved. They just fight and blooded each other up and woke up and give each other a good handshake and hug and kiss and keep on talking. Decent way of living. When will America get back to that? When will we bring those kind of decency back? That we have to understand that everybody can argue. Even in your house, sometimes you argue with your mom or your dad. But after everything, y'all let it go. America don't do that. Back home, like I said, when our parents used to be talking, we never used to argue with them. We never said a word. Or else mom would go in the kitchen and take the coat spoon and beat it on your mouth and take off your teeth. If that's in America, they would say child abuse. They don't have no training. If you argue with your mom in Africa, because like I said before, even your mom or you or anybody can argue. But if you argue with your mother in Africa, you better be at least 45 years old. Even most of the 45 years old people in Africa, when their parents talking, they don't say nothing. So the very few people who answer their parents back or argue with their parents in Africa, like I said, you better be 45 years old to say something back to mom. Because if you're not 45 years old, you better not be saying nothing back to mom. Because mom will give it to you. Mom will suck it to you and she will suck it to you really bad. So anyway, decency, integrity America don't have it. They don't even have loyalty anymore. Nobody ain't loyal to nobody anymore. No respect. They don't love themselves either. No self-esteem. They just don't care about nothing. It's so sad. Okay? And then some people want to talk about the past and live in the past. For what reason? The past had so many good things. I mean, extremely good things. And they don't talk about the good ones, they talk about the bad ones. The ones that would make them to feel good about all the mistakes and all the fault that they had in their lifetime. The good thing that teaches them something, the good things that will give them wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, they don't talk about that one. Okay? They just want to talk about what everybody else talking about and what everybody else want to know or want to hear about. And that is so sad because some of us don't care about nothing foolish, like my mother used to call it. Those foolish things, my mom used to say, we don't care. It's not necessary and we really do not care. All right? Like Hillary Clinton saying, we don't build wall, we build bridges. Madam Hillary Clinton, y'all don't build wall, y'all build bridges. But if I may ask you, what have you built before, or what have you ever bought before? You never built anything and you never bought anything. You have a whole foundation called Children Foundation. Billions upon billions of dollars went to those Children Foundation. But I live in America for 18, 19 to 20 years. I have never seen one single building that you bought for foster kids. I have never seen a single home that you bought for the old people. Nobody, not even my co-workers, not even my friends or relatives or family ever told me this is the building or this is the home Hillary Clinton bought for old people, or this is the house Hillary Clinton bought for foster kids. No, I haven't heard it and I have not seen it. But you use the name for kids, you name it after your foundation, you call it Children Foundation, and you get money because lots of people, when they hear about kids, they get more interested and they want to help children because it's very interesting, so they want to help kids. So you use the name Children Foundation, but you got the money and never help not a single child. And you talking about we do not build walls, we build bridges. Girl, I got news for you, honey child, please. They will be building that wall. Or we will be building that wall. We will build that wall so we can kick all the gangsters, all the rapists, all the murderers, and all the criminals out of America. If you like it or if you don't like it, Madam Hillary Clinton, you can take it or you can leave it. Because a lot of us sick and tired, and we very sick, seriously. Just because some of us have a big mouth, that's why our big mouth be running, but we are sick. Take it or leave it. Because most of these things you got doing, and the way people living in America, and people got their own everyday stress, their own everyday problem, their life not going well, and they got to worry about themselves. Then they got to worry about you guys over there in America. They got to worry about their neighbors, their friends, their family, and their children. All of that make us sick, and sick to the stomach. Okay, Madam Hillary Clinton, we want to start cleaning up. So we have to start with those gangsters, those rapists, those murderers, and get them out first. Then we will start working on ourselves. Because we ourselves, we need help too. Nobody gonna sit here to butter any bread. Nobody gonna sit here to sugarcoat anything. Nobody gonna sit here to put icing on any cake. We will say it like it is, because we ourselves, we destroyed, we damaged, and we disturb. We need to be fixed also. So, Madam Hillary Clinton, if you say we do not build walls, we build bridges, you shouldn't be talking, because you have never built not a single building before. You never built a single home before, Madam Hillary Clinton. Not anywhere, not in that great nation, not across the world or across the country. Not anywhere I have heard about before. So we want to do this not only because of ourselves, but we're doing this because this is very important. And we're doing this for the great nation, for America, and for other people. Because we're really sick and tired. And nobody got time anymore for this black and white nonsense. We looking over that black and white nonsense. We don't care about that black and white nonsense anymore. And we moving forward. And some of us never ever care about black and white nonsense. Because some of us never look at the skin color. We were not born and raised looking at people's skin color. In Africa, where some of us come from, you better not tell somebody, I don't like you because of your skin color. Mommy will beat your butt, and dad will come along and whoop you on top of it. Dad will whip you so bad until dad finish with you. He will tell you to go to that person and hug that person and give that person a kiss and give that person a handshake, and you guys should go outside and play like brothers and sisters. So we never knew about no skin color. And we were born and raised reading the Bible. So the Bible never told us anything about don't liking your friend because of his skin color, or don't like your neighbors because of her skin color. So some of those things is not necessary for some of us, because some of us already know better. We not stupid the way we were born and raised. We know better. We have a root. We came from another planet, which is Africa. We have culture. We have tradition. We've been living in a different way until some people came to America and they adopted. That's the word for it. They adopted American way of living. They weren't born and raised that way. Their parents never taught them that way. But they adopted the people way of living. They adopted the people way of doing things. And that's their choice. They chose to adapt the bad thing and they left the good thing. In our business, if you see nice things and you leave the good and nice things and you go to the bad thing, that's what I meant. That's the choice. It wasn't a force. Nobody forced them to choose the bad thing. I know they came up with this other saying, but I don't feed into none of the bullshit. When people were much younger growing up in America, the kids would go and do dumb stuff, stupid things, and then they would go in the principal office. The principal called the counselor to talk to the kids. Sometimes social worker would come, and then they would come up with this thing. Oh, she's under a lot of pressure. She got pressure pill, a pressure pill or whatever, because of her friends. Pressure mind foot P or whatever you want to call it. P-E-E-R. Pressure. P-E-E-R. That's what they used to say the kids got. Where did that word came from again? Pressure pill, a pressure pill or whatever. Instead of them trying to sit the little kid down and talk to the little kid and say, look, whatever you're doing is not good. Don't do this, don't do that, this is wrong. Try to do it this way, learn to do another way. No, they don't say it, they say pressure pill. Now I don't hear so much about the pressure pill anymore. All I hear about a lot of times now is racist. Before pressure pill or after pressure pill, it was prejudice. The person's so prejudiced. I don't hear prejudice anymore. Need a pressure pill. I be hearing racist. Every time they make excuses, they come up with new things all the freaking time. Because some of the problem too comes from the parents. And most of the problem came from the country itself. The rules they make, their rules and regulations is nothing but garbage and rubbish. Lots of it. They tell you, do not discipline your own kid. That's nothing but rubbish and garbage right there. Okay? Because our parents discipline us and we never die. Because if we were going to die, I was not going to be sitting here talking right now. But I'm still talking. We never die. And they gave a very hard training and we never die. Because they weren't giving us training to kill us. They were giving us training for tomorrow, which is the tomorrow now. For people like me at this age. Let's say I'm talking into yesterday. So I'm talking into yesterday, they were giving us training for tomorrow. That's the training the kids in America don't have, because they don't have that training for tomorrow. You cannot even discipline your kid. But I'll tell you guys one thing. We African, we still discipline our kids in America. Oh yeah, we do. I still spank kids. You can be my neighbor kids, you can be my friend kid, you can be my sister kid, you can be my kid. I still discipline them. And they all know me. And my whole family, we still discipline the kids. So we're not saying our kids better because they go out there, they follow the wrong people and the wrong friends. That's on them. It's not us, because we did our part and we still doing our part. So if they go out there and follow the wrong people and follow the wrong friend, it's on them. But we don't shut up. We still let them know right is right, wrong is wrong. Whether they get angry, if they like it or not, if they accept what we're saying, or if they don't accept it, it's their business. But we let them know. That's how we are. Because that's how we ourselves were born and raised. So nobody is saying America is so bad. It's the rules and regulation, the way you people lay out your things, the way y'all do your thing, the way y'all want people to live and how y'all want them to live. It's the thing that messing up America. And the things the kids nowadays be doing is mostly why destroying America too. And President Obama, I don't know, he won't try to sit himself down. You ain't got long to be in the office, buddy, but you just keep melting and poking your nose in the people business. Worried about giving us our $9 trillion or our $90 trillion and get out. Jeez, stop poking too much nose in your everything.
Businesses involved with more than 500 companies around the world. Yet Donald Trump says untangling his business ties is no big deal. We'll get to all of that this evening. Let's get straight now, though, to CNN's chief national security correspondent, Mr. Jim Sciutto. Jim in Washington for us this evening. As you can see the Capitol over his shoulder there. Jim, good evening. Why do U.S. officials believe Putin most likely gave his cyber experts broad direction in the election hacking?
Well, it's been the belief of the U.S. intelligence community since they called Russia out for this a month before the election that this hacking operation would have required the senior-most Russian officials' approval. And the way Russia works, it's a top-heavy system. That means Vladimir Putin. But since then, their confidence has increased, and we've been learning today why that is the case. And that's because of the sophisticated hacking tools, cyber weapons, really, that were used in this attack, really the most sophisticated, which would require Vladimir Putin to okay the use of those tools. That, in addition to other intelligence, including human sources, leading to that conclusion today that Vladimir Putin ordered this attack on the U.S. democratic system.
President Barack Obama is vowing action. What could they do?
It's really a whole host of things, kind of an escalating ladder of options. It starts with naming and shaming Russia in private, which is something we know President Obama did to Vladimir Putin this summer in China. Then it's naming and shaming them in public, which is what the U.S. intelligence community did a month before the election. After that, you have options like economic sanctions. The Obama administration has tried that for months against Russia for its military action in Ukraine, hasn't changed the situation on the ground, has punished the Russian economy. If that doesn't work, you can raise it by attacking back, really doing the same thing they did to us, right? And that could be releasing embarrassing information, say the financial holdings of Vladimir Putin, or going after critical infrastructure in Russia, quote unquote, turning the lights off in Moscow. Trouble with that, Don, and this is a concern that the Obama administration has expressed in public, that could lead to similar retaliation from Russia. And we know that Russia and other countries have access to our critical infrastructure. Is that a path you want to go down? So retaliation
That's a
brings
good question
risks.
you asked, buddy.
So since the election, do you
Is that a path you guys want to go down?
Absolutely.
Nobody wants to go there. Please, Obama, you leaving? Please and thank you. Why embarrassing yourself? Because like the guys say, you guys gonna be naming and shaming yourselves. Why? Nobody wants to go down that road, President Obama. Because first of all, if I may ask you, is it beneficial? Is there any benefit in it? Is there something you're going to benefit from? Is it worth the time, the effort? Is it very worthful or worthless? Does it worth anything? Is that so important? Look, President Obama, President-to-be Donald Trump, he has a whole lot to lose. And we have a whole lot to lose too, some of us. We not here to lose a lot of things that we suffer hard and labor for because of nonsense. I'm pretty sure lots of billionaires and lots of people who have a lot of money don't want to lose all their money, their businesses, all their luxury, all the important stuff, all the beautiful and wonderful stuff, all the great legacy that they suffer and work hard for. Nobody ain't got time for that. You can do whatever you want to do. You would not be the president anymore. So I don't know why you're giving yourself such a headache. If I were you, I will be chilling somewhere, drinking my champagne or my wine, and I will be having me a good time. I will be having a great time. I will be having myself a ball instead of worrying about unnecessary, foolish things. Very unnecessary. Very crazy at this moment. We don't have time to listen to that. We want to move forward and we want to move on. You were saying nice things just yesterday that you want to work along with the brother's keeper. And some of us were happy. Then some of us said, okay, we will watch and see because we don't believe it right now. You had 8 years to do that. You never did. But anyway, we will just watch and we're going to see what happened next. And then today, you come up with something else. Every day? Jeez. Every single day? For real? Hallelujah. This really got to happen? Every freaking day, huh? Holy smokes. Lord have mercy.
Trump advisors did throughout the campaign,
Oh,
which is when they really wanted
jeez.
to get Donald Trump's attention. They went on TV and talked to him basically directly. Maybe that is what the Obama administration is feeling needs to be done here. But if as Monica said, if he's really spending 0% of his time on this, that would be a concern to this White House, since as you started the program, Don, the president said that the United States needs to respond.
Mm-hmm. And you heard? Did you want to say something, Mark?
Yeah. Well, what I think is important is that can you just imagine if Donald Trump, Don, just came out and said, "I fully back an investigation into Russia allegedly hacking into our election system." And while I'm not sure if our intelligence services have it all right, I'm 100% behind him. this wouldn't be that big of an issue now, would it? Yeah. But he stands his ground, and he allows his own self get in the way of himself when it comes to issues like
Well, this is because of what Monica said. They think that, that in some ways delegitimizes him if he comes out and says, well, something did go wrong.
Well, here's the problem. The Democrats, according to the Trump people, are saying not just, well, there's this hacking, it's an attack on the country. They're saying, and they tried to help Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. So they're mad because they're going the step further and saying they were trying to help Donald Trump. If they just said, this is an attack, this is a cyber attack on our election process, period, maybe Donald Trump would say something. But they're taking it the next step, according to the Trump people, and saying, and it helped Donald Trump. Maybe he wouldn't have won, but for this.
Can I just go back to something that you said? You said that he's spending his time picking the best people he can for his administration.
Mama said it like me.
As I said, he is tweeting about it.
Mama already said it like me. Mama said it like me. I'm the same way in so many ways. If you want to ask me a question, and you're not asking me a question, but you directing the statement or the question to me, then I will not answer, because you already answered yourself. So why should I answer you? If you want to ask me something, like for instance, you want to say, Arita, did you or did you not spank this child, or did you or did you not slap this guy? That or question, and it simply require no or yes. No, I didn't spank this child, or yes, I spanked this child, or no, I didn't slap this guy, or yes, I slapped this guy. That is a question, fair question. And I will give back an honest truth. But you want to say something, and you come up to me and you say, Arita, I know you slapped this guy. Okay, you already know I slapped the guy, then why are you asking me? Hello? Somebody listening? If you come up to me and say, yes, Arita, I know you spanked this child. Okay, then you already know. Then don't ask me. That ain't no question. You telling me that you know I spanked the child. So then do not ask me. Or you telling me that I slapped the guy. Then don't ask me. So that's exactly what they're doing to Donald Trump. They said, oh, we know the Russian did this or did that to help Donald Trump. Okay, fine. You already know it. Then bye. Close the book. Get to the next one. Next. Case closed. Finish with that. Next.
One person closely involved with the Trump organization today
Okay.
said, we can't win.
Next.
And besides the fact, this is not just a financial decision, it's an emotional decision for the Trump family. They want to preserve the assets. So Donald Trump will be clear of them. He will not manage them, but they will be in a trust that the two sons run, or some kind of entity, but they'll still be the same assets.
Thanks for that. But David, I have to ask you, with all due respect to Donald Trump and his team and whatever, isn't that something you think about before you run for president?
Well, remember, for a long stretch of time here, I don't think Donald Trump thought he would actually end up as president, Don, so I'm not sure you work all that out in advance. But the question to what Monica's reporting there is, so that means that Donald Trump will indeed profit from the Trump organization throughout the course of his presidency, where whatever profit he made will be there waiting for him at the end of his presidency. Which then
you are not answering that question correctly, buddy, because I answered that same question yesterday. The reporter said, isn't that something anybody would think about before running for president? But that question go both ways, Mr. Reporter. Isn't that what the Republican Party should have thought about before putting Donald Trump there. So, like I said, we got to call Mr. Common Sense back again today, because everybody knows about Donald Trump. Just like everybody knows about Michael Jackson and everybody knows about Oprah Winfrey and everybody knows about Bill Gates and everybody knows about the owner who founded Facebook. We don't know most of them in person. We have not seen them in person, but we know their story and we know everything about them. Some of them, they are history, like Michael Jackson. We know about their history. So, Mr. Common Sense, Mr. Common Sense, hello, Mr. Common Sense, can you come here, please? I really need to talk to you. Mr. Common Sense, can you help me get this all straight with these people on the news, Mr. Common Sense? I will appreciate that. Are you coming over, Mr. Common Sense? Okay, I'm waiting for you, okay, Mr. Common Sense? I will be waiting for you, okay? Okay, Mr. Common Sense. Okay, so you guys saying that is common sense, buddy, because you guys knew exactly Donald Trump was a businessman. He had billions and billions of dollars worth of things. You guys knew it, because if I know it, you guys knew it. And now you're bringing up all this stuff. Next. Hello. Next.